welcome in everybody. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you're having a good day. It started off as a good week. October. Wow. And it's almost Halloween. What do we got? Like a little over a week before Halloween. Got to take all your kiddies out trick or treating. Get all that super candy. With today's climate, I would just be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Take them to neighborhoods, you know that the people like you. You know, kind of stay away from Oregon, I guess. I guess that's where this strife is at, I guess. I don't know. I get so going down these rabbit holes on YouTube, it almost drives me crazy. I'm looking for stuff to watch on TV. So, I'm actually watching Dexter. My wife and I are watching Dexter together. We restarted from season 1, episode 1. And I think we're in season 5 or 6. So, I'm learning how to become a serial killer. At least I have a code. So today we're going to take a look at Seafarer. I've had this game for a while. It came out a little while back where it released. It's still early access. They don't have the multiplayer up yet, which is sad because this is a game that almost requires multiplayer. Because if you've ever actually been on a ship, any type of boat, it's almost impossible to run yourself. You can, but it's not easy. Okay, like when you're pulling up to the dock, you got to jump off. You got to get your boat tied up to the dock without it floating away before you get out. So it's just so much easier with another person. So. Right now it's only single player, and I don't know that I'll actually play the single player campaign, which we can do, but there's only normal, and I don't know what this is going to be. I turned the music off, but yet there's still shit that goes on. Now, I turned the music completely off. Now, look, I went to one menu and it turned the music back on. So, let's go back. Let's try that again. I went in here. The music started up. No, see, it's weird because I've never gone into that single player menu. So, it immediately turned the music back on. All right, quick play. No music. No music. Okay. So, but basically what this game is about is being on a ship, a container ship. It has several different types. Like you can see here, you can be a ferry vessel. You can load containers. You can unload containers. You can be the tugboat captain. Oh, yeah, it's good to be back, too. What Judge is talking about is I got my flu and COVID shot last week, and it put me down for like 3 days. I mean, I had chills and fevers and everything else. Nothing real bad, and aches and pains, right? But at 60 years old, it was enough to just say, you know what? I know what my body's telling me. It's just saying, hey, you know what? You need to rest. You just need to rest. Now, I did stream yesterday. We streamed for a little bit, but it was Federation Day weekend for Starship Troopers Extermination, and I think there was a lot of people playing, and the servers were really laggy. So we played for about an hour and a half, and then I called it and said, you know what? I don't like it when games are like that. You know, if you're going to release something for the weekend and make it popular, you should plan for the influx of people. And I don't know why gaming companies cannot do that. They seem to just think that whatever they're doing normally is good enough. So, Blizzard. Yeah, my daughter goes, Blizzard. Blizzard's notorious for it, as we well know from World of Warcraft. It's never plan correctly, and I just don't get it. Uh, is it the fact that people in higher up positions don't think? I mean, you think about your job that you're at right now, okay, or the job that you had. Did upper management really understand when they would decide to do something special, what the implementation of that was, that what it would take to implement it? And I'll give you a perfect example. One of the hotels I was at for a good long time, 7 years, almost 8 years, decided that they wanted to support the local university football team. So we were going to have our executive chef, who's a fantastic chef, do tailgate parties. And we were going to give the food away to the public. And we wanted something right by the entrance. So as the public came in, they would smell it. And we would say, we'd stand there and say, hey, this is all free. Come get it. Come get whatever you want, and until we ran out of food, right? I guess they really, that was management's idea, upper management's idea. I guess they really didn't understand what it would take to have food outside on a tailgate for everybody. You need a trailer. You got to be able to haul the stuff there and to set the stuff up, tables and chairs and all the stuff for the food to sit on, and to sit on in any weather. See, they don't think about that. They just like, yeah, let's just do it. It'll be perfect. It'll be like sunshiny day all day every time we go to the game. No, I live in Montana. There's snow, there's rain, there's wind. I mean, there's every type of weather possible. But they didn't understand. So they go, well, we'll just get one of those little pop-up tent things. Okay, but we got to have sandbags because if the wind comes up, guess what? Well, they didn't want to listen to the engineer. They didn't want to listen to me because I was spending way too much money. No. You can't have a trailer. You can't do this. You can't do that. That's too much. This is just a little thing that we wanted to do for the community. It's like, this isn't a little thing you do for the community. This is a big thing. So I just don't think upper management has a brain between their ears. I just don't think they do. So how is it like for your business? Is it that way there too? Do they think ahead? They have to obviously be smart in order to get where they were going, right? Yes, I agree. They don't have common sense. That went out. That's like extinct, like the dinosaurs' common sense, Okay, well, see, that's different now. So if you have a boss that is also the owner puts thought into it because they started the company. They knew what they were getting involved in when they started the company. Those type of people are the ones I'm talking about that actually make fantastic employees because they take the time to think. I've owned my own business since day one. So when I went into the workforce, I couldn't believe how stupid people really were, and especially upper management. And what really got me is the stupider you are, the more you got promoted. I don't understand that logic. Yes, and I agree. Now, I classify those as employees. There's employees that care about what the company does, and they care about their job, and they care about how they portray the company. And then there are others that are just there for a paycheck, I guess. Some of them don't even show up to get a paycheck. They're not there mentally. I've watched several employees that they interviewed great, at least it was an interview where, well, we need people, so we better take her. She was the only one that came in, but are on their phone all day long. Yeah. Yeah. Especially, we'd hire night people that were responsible and responsible people for the night crew because they're unsupervised their entire time. Well, then go in as a supervisor in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and see what they're doing. Yeah, when the cat's away, the mice will play. I mean, they come up with these little sayings because they're true, right? They're not saying it just because. They're saying it because it's true. So, yeah. Well, the military was different though, Gasano. We all went through a basic boot camp. So we learned how to take orders. We learned, to hurry up and wait and to be ready at any instance to do what we needed to do when we were told to do it. But it was wait until you were told. Okay. And then the people that progressed past that were the supervisors, they had to earn their way there. There were criteria, specific criteria they had to learn or they had to do and pass a test and all this to get the next rank, right? They just didn't grab Joe Blow off the street and say, "Hey, why don't you come to work for us?" No, 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 no. Oh yeah, absolutely. They are, but in the military, that can be an asset, because you just need people just to listen to what you're saying and just do as you tell them to do it. Now, you may have to explain down to the, pick up your left foot, then put on your right foot, then pick up your left foot. That's called walking. You may have to explain that, but at least you know that going into it. With the civilian world, man, you think all that stuff's, ingrained in their head. They came out of school with it. Oh, hell no. There is no way. So, military is a little different, and I treat it as such. But that's why I always tried to hire all ex-military. They just had a little more, I don't want to say sense or even common sense. They just had, I knew I could, if I told them to do something, I knew the job would get done because that's what they're focused on. Now, if you get them a bunch of things to do, they get confused, right? You got to give them one thing at a time. They do one thing, they do it well. That's it. So, anyway, enough of my ranting. I just think it's funny. I've been watching a lot of, like I said, going down the YouTube rabbit hole, watching shorts and a lot of First Amendment auditors. I just think, God, this can't be the way everybody is. And then you find some small town somewhere that just violates everybody's rights because they got a few people in charge, which makes me go to the whole point that power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. So, a person becomes mayor of a small town of 1,000 people, and pretty soon he's running it like he's the king. Wild dog. Wild dog. I was watching you play Starship Troopers. I couldn't believe that your Starship Troopers wasn't bugging out on you. With all the people that were playing yesterday over the weekend, it was double XP weekend, and it was the Federation Day weekend. And really all they did was give it double XP.
Oh yeah, I cannot hit anything now.
Yeah, perfect. You can bring, family. I know they don't understand that it's, we're going to have this big party and we have, 40 employees. Well, now you just times that by 4 for each employee. So now instead of 4, you got, 160. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even think about looking at the dev stream. I didn't know they were doing giveaways. Oh well. Yeah, well, so I had here another example. I had a soda machine, and when I first got there, sodas were 10 cents. Just a can of soda, just a regular can of soda. Now that's below cost because cost was like 20 cents. But we did it for our employees. Yeah, we did it for our employees to show, hey, look, we can't afford to give it to you, but we'll pay half and you pay half. That was the deal. That was why we did it. And then you see some asshole put $1 in and take home 10 sodas. Because, hey, it's cheaper than going and buying it. I don't have to go buy it myself. I just steal it here. It's like, my God, do you understand why it's there? It's an appreciation thing at work, not to take home. And he did this almost every day because we were like, why the fuck is the soda machine always empty? So I set up a camera and it was one guy. And you know what was funnier? He was one of the people in the kitchen. So then we were like, okay, we better set this camera up in the kitchen. And that became a whole nother story because it wasn't just sodas. He felt entitled to take home anything and everything he wanted. And it was, the chef was like, it's no wonder we can't make any profit when the profit's going out the door to the employees. Why do people think that? And he was so brazen about it. He probably started off sneaking this and sneaking that, and trying not to get caught. And then it became such secondhand that he did it automatically. He just, entitled, right. But it became second nature to him. And that's what I've been learning a lot on these First Amendment auditors. It's the same way. The cops have been getting away with all sorts of First Amendment violations, and nobody knows their rights. Nobody knows they don't have to provide ID when the cop asks for it, unless you're getting pulled over for like a traffic ticket, because that's required. You got to have a driver's license. But if they stop you on the street because you're walking down the street, or in these guys' instance, they're taking pictures with a camera, there's nothing wrong with that. But other people complain. And when other people complain, the cops come. Well, then the cops think they have to fix the problem. And they have to fix the problem with the person that called, not the person that's there. Instead of investigating both sides, they just immediately take the side of one side, the person who called, and go from there. And see, that's the problem I have with it. And they become so accustomed to it that they violate your rights without even thinking about the fact that they're violating your rights. It's terrible. That's why more people need to understand their rights. If you're getting pulled over because you were speeding or you didn't use your turn signal or whatever you got pulled over for, yes, you have a legal obligation to give up your ID. So don't even try fighting that one. Okay. But if you're just walking down the street and a cop pulls up and says, yeah, we got a call on you because you were looking inside a window. Well, that's not against the law. A window is a two-way piece of glass. They put a window in so you could see in. Otherwise, they would put a wall in if they didn't want you to see. So, but they immediately jump on the side of the business and say, well, they don't want you peering in their windows. Well, tough shit. Don't put up a window. Put in a wall. Put up some blinds. Do whatever. And banks are the worst. And I think it's great. I love these First Amendment auditors. A lot of people say they go out there and they cause problems. Well, they do. And that's the point. Because what they're doing is not against the law. And people think it's a problem. Because it doesn't fit to their norm. So you need people to test those norms. Right? You need people to actually go forward and fight for your rights. Because if you don't have these people doing this, it's going to become the norm, right? So then they're going to be a stop and ID state. So then it's going to be like Nazi Germany where they show me your papers, or Russia. Papers, please. Papers, papers, please. Every time you walk down the street, papers, give me your papers. We're not built on that. We were given the right from our Constitution. So just be wary. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch any First Amendment auditor. Just Google search, or not even Google, YouTube search. First Amendment auditor. Go watch one or two of them. Some of them are bad. Some of them provoke. Yes. But they're still within their rights. They yell, scream, and curse, but that's not against the law. It's freedom of speech. Telling somebody to fuck off, or telling the cops that they're pigs, or flipping them off. That's the one that gets me. It got so bad that if you flipped off a cop, they would pull you over and take you in for disturbing the peace. Because flipping them off is disturbing their peace. Right? How is that? Flipping somebody off is a freedom of expression. It's a First Amendment, or Fourth Amendment, actually. But regardless, freedom of speech, freedom to practice religion. We wore masks during COVID, required to. The government said, no, you must wear masks. And we went nuts. I watched absolute mayhem at a restaurant because you gave power to a waitress to tell the customer they had to wear a mask or they're out of there. And they did. They were like little Hitlers. You wear a mask or you out. Nine, out. They were terrible. And now masks aren't required. So now if you wear a mask, people are like, why are you wearing a mask? You're trying to conceal your identity. What's going on with you? It's like, it's crazy. The world is nuts. But hey, what do I know? I've very rarely been out of the house in over a year. My only going outside is watching YouTube. So keep making those videos. Anyway, enough of my rant, guys. Monday morning rant with the captain. Monday morning rants with the captain. I love it. I should just do a chat channel. Shuli! YouTube is life. Well, and it really depends, because what's funny is I will switch subjects on YouTube. I'll be, First Amendment, and all the videos that are recommended to me, all of them are First Amendment audits, First Amendment this, that, the other thing. And then I'll switch it to watching something about law enforcement, like somebody getting pulled over and a police chase and a high-speed pursuit, and cops' body cams. That's the other ones I really like. The body cams, when they upload the body cams of cops, and you get to see the other side, the criminal side, the side they deal with, okay? And then all of a sudden, they're all that way. All my videos are cop watch videos, or not cop watch, cop videos, there's like showing how great they're doing their job, So you've got to look at both sides when you're doing YouTube. Don't just go down the rabbit hole on one side. If you're going to go through the rabbit hole, that's fine, but there's an exit. Come back out and go down a different rabbit hole, and I bet you it's a completely different scenario. So anyway, guys, tomorrow starts the week before my birthday. My birthday is next Tuesday, not tomorrow, but the following Tuesday after that is my birthday. So what we're going to do is I'm going to reset my biddies. I'm going to set a very, not real high, but what I want to do, guys, I want to get one of those full body blankets. Okay. And I found this out because when I got the fevers from getting my 2 shots, my COVID and my flu shot, I got the chills and I couldn't put enough blankets on me to keep me warm. I mean, I was shivering. It was like doing Navy SEAL training and laying in the water and shivering. You see those guys, they're just shaking. I couldn't stop shaking. I couldn't. I had the heating pad on my back. I had 2 blankets on me. I mean, my daughter came and laid down next to me. Yes, that's the ones I'm talking about. I don't know how much they are, but I'm going to look them up, and then I'm going to set the goal, my biddy goal, to try to get one of those. Okay, so that's going to be my biddy goal, and then plus maybe, it's my birthday, so you got to have something fun, right? So I'm thinking, I'll put aside, a little money for buying another game. Maybe even take birthday game suggestions as you guys donate biddies. And of course, donating biddies, you get to see biddy girls. So, but we're going to reset it tomorrow on Tuesday to 0. Because right now we have 100 biddies since it reset on the 11th. And I think that was from Judge over the weekend. So, but I mean, we're doing really great on our goals, guys. I mean, our follower goal, 661 to 670. We just hit 660. I think back of when I was started, guys. A year ago, I was down in the 300s, 3 and 400s. I think I was in 400. I've almost doubled the amount of followers I have in just a year. I mean, that to me is amazing. So, but now I'm doing it full time too. So, there is that. And of course, always with the subscription goals, a lot of you guys don't like watching the ads, which I appreciate. But it is one of the income generators is you have ads unless you subscribe. So, you can also do, I think Gazano was telling me about, Twitch. Oh God, what the hell do you call it? It's like a subscription to Twitch where it doesn't matter who you watch. You don't get any ads. I don't know what you pay for it. I've never looked it up. Turbo. Yeah, Twitch Turbo. I don't know what you pay for Twitch Turbo. How much a month you pay for it, but it bypasses the ads. And trust me, if it wasn't an income generator, I wouldn't even have it because ads literally make me, I'm not kidding. The amount of ads you see on my stream, which is a 1 minute ad every 20 minutes. And I think I got it. I don't remember if that's the way I have it set up or if I had it set up for a 3-minute ad one time for once an hour. Oh, it doesn't remove all of them? Oh, that could be. That could be. I don't know. I've not looked it up. I haven't even looked at it. That's not something on the streamer side that we have to worry about. That's something on your guys' side when you're watching. But as you know, I appreciate all you guys for watching. I mean, I do this so I can interact with you guys every day. You guys keep me getting up in the morning. You guys, I was sitting here today. That's why I'm late starting today, right? I went to not start up my computer, but I went to set everything up. And I was like, I want to play something new today. So that's why we decided to do this Seafarer ship sim, right? So I started up and I was like, oh shit, I didn't have it set up in OBS. So I better set it up in OBS. And I was setting up in OBS, all of a sudden my computer just went blank. I was like, what the hell? So I shut it off, turned it back on, and I had 3 updates. Fucking Windows 11, I tell you. So it took like 20 minutes. It would update, then shut down and restart. Update, shut down and restart. Update, shut down and restart. Finally it came up and I was like, God damn. And I was starting 15 minutes prior to my time is noon, my time, right? It's 2:00 your guys' time, almost 3:00. It took like almost a half hour to get everything done. And then for me to get this new game set up so I could stream it. But this one looks really cool. I have watched a few people play it. It's not done. It's early access. I have been following what they're doing with it. Multiplayer is something they're going to do. They got to get everything else figured out first. But what I really liked about this game is that they have the, the cranes on the docks that pick up the huge shipping containers. You get to load your shipping containers on your ship. And then you got to go down and secure the shipping containers on your ship before you can even take off, right? And it's not just that, okay? So here's one where you load containers. Here's one where you unload containers. And that's all you do for the job, because this is quick play, right? And then here's a tugboat operation where you help pull ships into place and push them up there so they can dock. And then they have ferry cargo delivery. So you take cargo to somewhere, which is probably going to be the main play of the campaign, right? So you load the ferry, secure the cargo, steer the ferry to the next port, unload the cargo, and unlock cargo, and unload the ferry, unload the cargo. All right, so, and then the next one is a firefighting ship. How cool is that? You navigate to the scene of the fire, and you extinguish the fire. So you can play as a firefighter. Now, I watched a guy do this, and because there's no multiplayer, it was a nightmare because his ship kept drifting away. And he'd go out there with his hoses, he's got these big cannons that he shoots at it, and he's got to hold it on the fire for so long to put it out, but the ship would drift away. And he'd have to run back up to the bridge because they're not on the same deck, right? He has to run back up to the bridge and move forward and then run back down and get on the hose and start doing it again. Oh my God, it took him forever. So we won't be doing firefighting until we get multiplayer. Okay? And then we'll be trying to get as many people as we can to fight fires. Then there's patrol. Now I did do this one by myself. I did this one as my playthrough just to see how the game worked, what I needed to set up as far as a controller and so on. This one's not bad. You're a customs inspector, basically. So you get a ship that needs to be inspected before they can dock, and you run over to it, you get out, you board the ship, and you go look at certain things. You go look at the log books, you go down and look at the engine room, make sure the engines have been maintained and upkept, and then you go look at the cargo. I mean, it's pretty cool. Yeah, well, we did drills. I mean, Gasano, how many fires did you actually personally fight on board ship? Did you fight any? Now, I went to aircraft firefighting school, and I got called away to the flight deck if there was a fire. Thunder Tier 1? I don't even know what that is, Shul. Did you even talk to me about that one? All right, now I got to go look it up. Thunder Tier 1. I can't look it up. Here we go. Okay. Thunder Tier 1. Oh, I got to be in family view. All right, let's look up this Thunder Tier 1. Thunder Tier 1. Oh, this is a free game. All right, hold on.
Thunder 1. The situation has evolved. Saber's rise has caught the attention of other nations. I trust you are ready, but your tools need to be modified accordingly. The armory is open. Any weapon, any option, whatever you need. It's getting dangerous out there. Feel free to get creative. You'll need to.
All right, see, this is like any other first-person shooter. Instead of being realistic, they went idiotic.
Secure the sector and repel counterattacks. Extract or retrieve the package. And remember, Thunder 1, put down anything that stands in your way.
So this doesn't look like a first-person shooter. It looks like a tactical. So it's not necessarily first-person. All right, let's see what the other one...
Thunder 1, this is Zeus. Solobia is under attack. SBR is on the rise and threatening security in the region. We need your squad, Thunder 1. Get the job done. Time is running short. Move out now and hit the ground running. Locate the enemy. Disrupt their operations.
Well, if it's a real time,
thing.
then yes. But if it was
Bring the
turn-based,
thunder.
I mean, it'd be
Operation
really
Red
cool if
Sword
it was
to go.
turn-based.
Move up.
Copy that.
But see, I've got a couple of games that I like, that I really
Russian
like, that are turn-based
Deploy the camera.
RTS. Well, they're not RTS, they're turn-based tactical.
I hear something.
They're on to us.
To unlock the beret. No, it looks pretty cool. I mean, you know, if that's what you're into, let me show you the one that I like. Oh yeah, no, we were gonna play World War Z this weekend, but it interfered with Starship Troopers, and we played Starship Troopers. That's a first person. Anyway, this is the one that I like. And this one, guys, if you don't have this, you should go get it. This is called Xenonauts. So this one's an invasion to the planet with alien threat. It's very much like there was another game called XCOM years ago. This is like the original XCOM, but an updated version. There's a UFO that comes in. You send out planes to intercept it. You shoot down the plane, or you shoot down the UFO, it crashes, and you go down and retrieve the crash site. And I can rename the people to people that are in my stream, which I really love. I love renaming, so everybody's got kind of a interest in the game. But it's tactical combat. So then you send out your troops, you send out a squad to go pick up, to go to the crash site and retrieve the aliens, right? Now, it's not always a crash site. Sometimes they go there and they're doing something, like they're collecting hostages or they're collecting people, and then you can actually board their spaceship. I had a pretty good stream with this going on. It was a lot of fun because everything is explodable. But the more you play it, the harder it gets. I mean, 1 minute your guy can be alive, and the next
year is
minute the alien
2009.
shoots him.
The world teeters on the brink of nuclear war.
2009.
Tensions between capitalist and communist nations are at boiling point. Every opportunity for peace has failed, as if an invisible hand inexorably steers humanity towards annihilation. We Xenonauts know the truth.
Sounds
The
familiar.
dark forces poisoning our politics are not human in origin, and we must protect our planet against this extraterrestrial threat however we can. After years spent gathering information on an enemy that few believe exist, we are finally ready to strike back. The war for our future begins now.
Yes, it's very much like XCOM, Julie. It's actually the upgraded version of XCOM. The first one. The first XCOM. Because the XCOMs that came out after that, yeah, not so good. But it's a fun game. It really is. Last time I played it was over a year ago. So might be due to redo it, I suppose. Maybe. Who knows? So anyway, back to the game. So I played the police guy. That was kind of fun. I don't know what this one is. Police all-rounder. The Tide Guard works tirelessly to keep the region's waters safe. Maintain presence, visible presence, and inspect any suspicious ships. I think that's just a bigger cruiser, because this one's like a little inflatable. Inflatable boat, rigid. Police. Oh, this is a police. Okay. Inflatable police boat, rigid. All-rounder. Okay, so that's the same. It's just back and forth between the two. Okay. Oh, that was patrol. See, I didn't do patrol. I did inspection. I used the small one. Parking spot. Dock your ship in under 4 minutes and take less than 50% hull damage. I guess that's a goal. Navigate the route. Okay. Load containers. So this is one of the things that actually got my attention, was loading these containers. Because you get to play on the crane. Those big, huge shipping container cranes. Yeah. So let's try this one. We're gonna load the container. We're gonna load the ferry container Herbert, just so we can show you what it's like. It's actually a very, very pretty game. So I'm very impressed with the graphics on this, from what I saw so far. I have not done this container loading before. All right. Place the containers on the ship. Load liquid gas storage. Load ISO containers. Secure the twist locks and secure the lashings. Okay. Are we actually on the dock though? I mean, the whole ship, the ship is a ship. I mean, I can go down to the engine room on this ship if I wanted to. There's the crane. Here's the shipping containers. Now these are the container locks. So there's two parts to it. There's this twist lock, and then there's this X bar that tensions them down. All right, now I gotta remember how to get off this ship. Let's see. This isn't gonna help me because that's a controller. Keyboard and mouse. Radio menu is space. deck. We need to get out there. Whoa. The rope's moving all by itself. All right, now I'm in the crane. So I just had to look at it. All right. Okay, that moves the crane. How do I go down? Character controls, crane controls. Alright, ASW, D, F. Open and close the hook is F. Oh, mouse button is hook down, hook up. Close arms is Q. Widen, E. And exit is X. Latch on F. So the container closest to the bridge. I like the way it swings too. I don't think that connected. Oh. Place container. Where it's not supposed to go. tappy tappy. No, it's not giving me the icon to put it down. That time it did. Nope. Right, the one I don't want to talk about. It's got the contraband on it. See, I can't. So I don't know what this. I don't know if looking at that gives me 3 green lights. Or if I'm just not supposed to put it on top of the other one. It's just weird. Some of them will stack and some of them won't on certain containers. But that's 2 of 8 containers. don't think those screens have anything to do with it. It is a camera, but... Yeah, it's a little forgiving. And of course, I'm at calm seas and... Is that all of them? Yeah, oh yeah, okay. And X. Or exit? Nope. Escape? Nope. And how do I get down? Spacebar? Oh yeah, so Arc Raiders, a lot of people have been playing that. Xeno was playing it the other day. And it looks like a PvP. Oh, that's why. This was a totally separate... This container was a liquid container, so you can't stack anything on it. Is this one I had to secure? Okay. I was looking at it. I'm not a big PvP. PvP just pisses me off. Wait. X to close. Right? All right, I'm missing. Attach. Oh, the other side. There we go. Yeah. I wonder if this is actually how it locks. So the top one, they're locked down with this little lock. So they're locked together. So both containers act as one. And then these locks on here anchor it to the deck. And then these lock them down to each other again. 34, okay, I'm missing 2. This one. And now.
landing.
Perfect loading.
Reporting for duty.
Good work, as always.
Let's just take a tour of the ship. Oh, I guess I can. I just really hate to start a career without being multiplayer. I guess we can give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We're a seagull and we're going to poop on somebody. I almost did this for a living. When I got out of the Navy, I almost joined the Merchant Marines. Problem was, there wasn't too many Merchant Marines that were nuclear powered. So, my 6 years of being a nuclear engineer didn't really account for much, because they wanted an engineer on a conventional ship. A lot of these are diesel generator or diesel ships. So, that being said, oh shit! Orca tried to eat me. The Eleanor. Right? Free Willy! Free Willy too!
I'm over here. This way.
Teddy? Hey, I'm over here. Well, that didn't tell me shit. Move the camera.
There's the legend. Come over here.
The legend! He knows me already. Shit, my reputation precedes me. Go talk to Teddy. What if I don't want to? What is this, the winch? What if I went on just look around, Teddy? Was I the seagull? Is that what they're saying? I flew around and I landed on the boat and I became I went from a seagull to me?
It's been so long.
It
I'm glad
has.
you came by.
Thanks,
I
brother
could really
Teddy.
use your help.
Shit, mate.
There's so much to do on this ship. I can't handle it all by myself.
Yeah, no shit.
But can you still do all this stuff?
Hey, look at that hat.
Come on, I've got a little test
I almost
for
wore
you.
that hat. But I thought this would be more appropriate.
First things first. If you're ever unsure what to do, just check the task list. There's always something that needs doing. You won't run out of work.
Yeah. Sounds like the Navy. Always something to do.
Seems like you've already figured it out. All right, let's start
it's
with
not
the short
rocket
cruise.
science, Teddy.
Head to the bridge and make yourself comfortable.
Now, they always say that, make yourself comfortable. And then when you get up there, they got something for you to fucking do. All right. No cigars. I know, the bridge is upstairs. I just didn't want to go right up there. Right off the bat, let's look around a little bit. So we're definitely on a tugboat. Kind of cool, you can go all the way around. Inside staircase, going down. Oh, what's this? Inflatable lifeboat. All right, what did you clip? What did you clip, Judge? Let's take a look. Nope. Got no sound. Okay, we got to start over. See what Judge clipped for us.
There's the legend. Come over here. There's the legend. Come over here.
The legend. He knows me already. Shit, my reputation precedes me. Go talk to Teddy. Oh, Judge, you're too funny. All right, let's open the door here. Go inside. We're going to make ourselves comfortable. We're going to sit in the take steering. Right? Walkie-talkie. Tablet. Can't do anything with that. Music radio. Clock. That's to wait time. Anchor. Horn. What, it only blows once? Alright, what do we got here? Light switch, lights off. Oop, what was that? So these are light switches, lights on, lights off. Lights off. Keyboard. Button panel. So a lot of these, I mean, they're labeling them. So that means they're going to have something to do. Navigation screen. View radar. Oh, look at that. We can find submarines and sink them. Looks like there's something right over here. Bearing 110. That would be, where's the front of the boat? Right there, 110 would be right over there. What is it? I don't see anything. I think they're supposed to be binoculars. Oh, I don't have binoculars. All right, well, it says take steering.
Feels great to be back at the helm again, right? On your left, you can raise the anchor, and off we go. Once the anchor's up, it's full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead.
Remember that tugboats have 360-degree rotatable propellers, right? No reverse gear here.
Speed and rudder settings. Okay, blah, blah, blah.
Awesome. Let's take this beauty for a spin.
Increase your thrust and follow the yellow markers. All right, where's my thrust indicator though? Gauntlet Slayers? Gauntlet. I play Gauntlet. My wife and I used to play Gauntlet a lot. All right. All right, that's unique.
Look at this mess. A powerful storm swept through here last week. It tore up docks, boats, everything. Wood as far as the eye can see.
Whoa, 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 got it. There we go. C, switch first person and third person. Okay.
Now to port.
Yeah.
Let's check
It
out
is
all
a
the
good party
debris.
game. Of course, I suppose the proper way to do this is from inside.
The trash ended up here of all places, and cleanup still hasn't finished. Better go slow and keep your distance. I don't want anything getting stuck in my propellers.
Don't want nothing to get stuck in his propellers. Well, yeah, you have to. You have to keep looking. And they really did a number. I mean, that's
A bunch
pretty.
of seals
That's a
have
pretty
already
game.
made themselves at home here. That one up front
Seals?
kind of looks like you.
Thanks, Teddy. Asshole. How about if I just power through all this and wreck your boat, Teddy? Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Slow down. Watch out for that catamaran ahead.
I am going slow. What are we doing? How many knots? 4.9 knots. How much slower do you want to go? Jeez. We're only doing 5 knots. So you're saying you want me to thread the needle? Alright, we're doing 4.2 knots. Is that good enough for you? Right? That's the way I would do it if it was my boat. We're doing fine, Teddy. We're down to 4 knots. Is that okay with you? Yeah, you keep looking. Is that a steamboat? Down to 3.2 knots there, Teddy. I'm speeding up.
All right, good.
Just good? I'm the legend, Teddy. I am the legend. Oh, Teddy, I sped up. We're doing 5.4 knots. Eight knots.
I hope the seals don't get too used to their artificial sandbar. Hope you find a better sunbed, my furry friends. Man, that weather's not looking good. You better head back to port before it gets worse.
Ooh. Yeah, it's starting to rain. We might get wet being on the ocean. Teddy, grow up, will ya? Go shave or something. Oh, is that what Teddy's saying? Teddy's saying hurry up? Is that what he's saying, Judge? Okay, hurry up. Faster is always better. Oh, it's over there now. These 360-degree thrusters are kind of cool. We're doing 8 knots, Teddy. Can you handle it? I'm speeding up a little more, Teddy. 3/4 throttle. Welcome to Meddington. Doing 9 knots,
A
Teddy.
lot has changed in Meddington since you left. But you know what hasn't changed? The fish sandwiches, of course. Still the best, right here.
The fish sandwiches.
Ludwig to Eleanor, please respond. This is Captain Hansen speaking. I see you're trailing us with the tugboat. Can you push us up to the dock real quick? They forgot about us, and otherwise we'd have to wait 2 hours.
No problem, Captain. We've got your back.
All right, so we gotta go push him up to the dock.
Didn't see that coming, but I'm not complaining. Hansen's a good one.
Sail to the marked area. We better get there quick. Whoa. Full throttle, Teddy! How fast can this tug go? We gotta push that cargo ship up there, huh? I wonder if we're pushing it or pulling it.
The Tide Guard is back on patrol. They're monitoring the traffic.
Oh, that's
Keep a
the
low
Tide
profile.
Guard.
With this visibility,
Space
we
opens
should
the radio
probably
menu
turn
and
on the
activate the
lights,
lights.
just to be safe.
I think I shut them all off. Okay, I'm within a tenth of a nautical mile. I better slow down. I want to smash into this ship. I didn't look to see how fast we were going either. I know we're doing like 8 knots now. We'll drift into them. Mac!
I got mouths to feed. Let's get this thing started. Time is money, friend.
That doesn't actually pause it. Or does it? Maybe it does. I wanted to go in and lower the sound down just a bit. We'll take master volume down. Sound effects down to about there. Oh, nice! Right? Well, it would be the Amazon guy. The young Amazon guy. Yeah, I know. I saw it on Facebook that it was her birthday. Did you get her flowers at least, Mac?
First, you've got to line up properly or it won't work. But be careful.
There you go. Well, you better give her a Giffy Girl birthday wish there, Mac. Yep.
Now give it all you've got.
Really? You just wanted me to ram it? Whoa. I am not spinning us around. Oh, you may hold K to align your vessel. Right. I don't know if I'm pushing him or not. There you go. Well, I am moving just a little bit. 0.1 knots. Maybe I need to get a run at it again?
Thanks, folks. I owe you one.
Guess I had to ram it.
Always, Hanson.
Ah, damn, I totally forgot about the test. You know what? There's no way you would have failed anyway. Head back to the dock and let's grab some fish sandwiches to celebrate.
Dock at the marked pier. Okay. Where's it at? Behind us.
That container ship's a real beauty, huh? Maybe one day you'll get to tow it. Or better yet, steer it.
I love the sound too. Sounds like a chugging tugboat. Chugga 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 chugga. Yeah, it's a very relaxing game, Shul. Well, you know, Shul, this is exactly what it's like being out on the water. I mean, to be honest with you, everything's slow, everything's manageable. You know, it's not like driving in the city where you gotta, you know, all the idiots out there. There are idiots in the boats, but all right. So 12.1 knots looks like the max speed of this boat.
There's our dock up ahead. Don't mess this up at the last moment. I'm starving.
Are you buying fish sandwiches, Teddy? Teddy's buying fish sandwiches. All right, 7 knots. Let's slow it way down. I'm sure there's going to be a button I have to press to auto dock. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I liked being in the Navy. Except for the fact that we were on a combat vessel. Yeah, F. Hold K once the arrow in the indicator is inside the colored zone. Hold K once the arrow in the indicator is inside the colored zone. What arrow? Oh. Oh, I see the arrow. I thought that was my mouse.
All right, good job. Why don't you come down here to the railing with me?
Hold X to leave the steering wheel. Where did he want me to go? Talk to Teddy. Teddy! Yo, Teddy, where the fuck did you go? You owe me lunch, bitch! There you are.
That was fun. But before we take a break, I want to show you the awesome stuff your tablet can do. Pull it out and I'll walk you through it.
You want me to pull it out? Teddy, we're only at sea for like, what, 20 minutes? All right, in every port, you have the opportunity to take on jobs. Under fleet, you find information about your current ship. The tugboat. User info. Information about your profile and progress.
That's it. If you want to work with the other factions, just reach out to them. They've always got something going on.
Nah. Yes, sir. That's the ship I served on. Not necessarily the one we're on today. Crestport. Choose your starter boat. Ooh. Take an introductory assignment in one of the factions. You find out which jobs and ships you want to start with. You have a chance to get to know all factions before making a decision. But don't worry, your choice won't lock you in any faction permanently. All right. Crescent Logistics is the cargo. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was on Nimitz for 4.5 years. I was a nuclear engineer. Yeah. I got out in 1990 though, Phoenix. A little older. Right. Yeah, in Airedale. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I was a nuclear machinist mate, but I was on conventional side rather than the reactor side. Because when I got to the ship, they had all the nuke machinist mates they needed. But they needed machinist mates for the conventional side. So all my nuclear power training went right out the fucking window when I got there. Well, I heard they keep trying to retire it too. Well, the Tide Guard is the cops. I think that's going to be the easiest to play because, well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, that's going to keep me in the ports, I would think. Service patrols, inspections, and escorts. So I'll be on the rigid inflatable boat, or I get the small cargo carrier. Yeah, see, that's what they said a couple years ago when I heard they were going to retire it. Is that they're like, oh yeah, well, because of the flare-up, we'll go ahead and give them one more service. And then they'll give them another one, and another one. Of course, the big thing was, yeah, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. They were waiting, what was that, the Ford, the Gerald R. Ford? Ford had so many problems with it. Oh, the Kennedy. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't remember which one it was. The Ford, the Kennedy. Load and ship and unload containers. Yeah, Kennedy is the new one that has the magnetic catapult. Yeah. Yeah, they were having issues with it. I know I watched a whole documentary on it. It was quite sad, actually, that the engineers, once they got it on board and got the ship out to sea, they couldn't figure out how to fire the catapult. In more ways than one, Phoenix. In more ways than one. No, the Navy knows they should just stick with what they know and what works best and quit trying to do stupid shit. But it's one of those, Phoenix, it's one of those things that we talked about this at the beginning of the stream where the higher ups just don't know what's going on. They have these delusions of grandeur about what should happen or what could be new when they have something that works already. You know, I watched a whole documentary on the A-10 Warthog, and the only reason they didn't like the Warthog is because the Air Force was going to use it, and they didn't want to provide ground support for the Army. So the Army and them got in a big battle about it, and the Navy said, or the Marines said, fuck you guys, we'll take the A-10. And there you go. Oh, okay. How do you like that? The 18G. Here, let me show everybody a picture of it. Yeah, let me show everybody a picture of it so they know what you're talking about here. Hold on. Yep. Oh, I know what it is. I'm just gonna make sure everybody else does too. Yep. EA 18. Would you say the G? Oop. 18G. Growler. Where's a good picture? There we go. So there's what he was working on. So, just so you guys know, it's a fighter aircraft. Well, it's a multi-role, isn't it? Isn't it a fighter bomber? If I remember right. Yes. Yes, Phoenix was playing with, yes. Yeah, Ben's the one that told me about Phoenix, that Phoenix was also Navy. So when I saw he was playing with Ben the other day, I was watching both of them. Plus, I think Phoenix, weren't you the one that was wearing the combat helmet when you were playing Battlefield? Yeah. The boonie hat. Yeah. Yeah, well, I got plenty of boonie hats. I got lots of those. So yeah, nice plane. I really like it. It's a good plane. All right, so which way should we go here, guys? Should we go with the cargo? The cargo is going to take a lot longer to complete a mission. The Tide Guard, the inspection's okay. You go to a boat, you get off, and you got to go to like 8 different areas on the ship. You walk in to like the captain's area, and you look at his logs, and you go down to the engine room. It's kind of fun, but I mean, and I don't know what the service patrol or the escort job is. Yeah, Ben's already told me that he's not a, there's a lot of people, Shuli, that play warfare, but wouldn't be very good in it. Because it's, in a video game, getting shot at is one thing, but getting shot at in real life, that's a whole nother story. Takes a whole nother mental attitude. So, oh man, my eye itches. Yeah, but he's nice. Phoenix, that's exactly where I went too. I went airsoft. So I had an airsoft team that we went down. We'd go down to Southern California. If you ever heard of Lion Claw, if you haven't, look it up. Because if you're in the area, you definitely want to go do one of their weekend events. It's called Lion Claw. They also do a couple others, but they get Colonel Danny McKnight. He's retired. Retired Colonel Danny McKnight was the Humvee column driver in Black Hawk Down. You can meet him personally. I had him sign my DVD for, I had a I think it was a 2-disc CD or DVD for Black Hawk Down. Yeah, it's a good movie. And so I had Colonel McKnight sign it for me. And then his battalion first sergeant was there, Mad Max Mullins. He's a nice guy too. But basically, I had my own 12-man squad from Montana, and they loved us. Absolutely loved us. Because we actually would train before our meetup down in California. And they knew they could send our 12-man squad out and get shit done. So, yeah, we got together probably every other weekend. My brother and I had 10 acres of land, and we would train on that 10 acres of land. And across the road from where I live right now, there's a guy that lived there. He passed away from cancer, but he was a Orville County SWAT, California SWAT officer. So he taught us all of our ground tactics as far as, you know, clearing a room and slicing the pie and all that stuff. And then the rest of the training came from a couple of the guys that were, one was an ex-Marine, 2 other guys were ex-Army, and then I was an ex-Navy. I pretty much took over, and I was the leader of the whole group. And we joined the U.S. Airsoft Corps, USAC, and we did weekend excursions in Washington State, California, Nevada, and we were heading to one in Louisiana when we all kind of quit. But that was going to be a Black Hawk Down scenario where they were actually going to have 2 little birds that they were going to have Colonel McKnight and his battalion first commander, Max Mullins, come in on. They were going to fly in, and plus with a group of guys that were ex-military that would land from the helicopter wearing all their gear. And we were going to be one of them on one of the helicopters for Max Mullins. But a lot of my guys couldn't come up with the funds to get there. You know, logistically it wasn't happening. Plus it was getting closer. The economy was getting worse, you know, so it was just a tough time. But yeah, I still got all my airsoft gear. But if you ever get a chance, look up the Lion's Claw. I think he still does it. The guy that puts it on is John. The hell's his last name? John something. Yeah, very cool. I mean, airsoft is the way to do it too, Phoenix. Yeah, airsoft is definitely where it's at. And you know, the cool thing with John Liu, L-U, John Liu is his name. He's the one that does the Lion Claw series, and he may have some other ones going on. I know I went to one in Southern California where we were on an old Air Force housing base, and we did day and night ops. It's a whole weekend excursion, and I have night vision glasses and goggles, and they came in very, very handy because a couple of the guys had night vision scopes, and I could see them inside the house, and they kept wondering why every time they came to the window to shoot at us, we would disappear. Oh yeah, Wild Dog, they're huge over there. That was actually one of our goals as a group, was to eventually go over to England. Yeah, we were in Lion Claw 3. If you watch the trailer for it, the Montana group, the Montana USAC, is actually in the trailer. You see us coming down this hill in force, moving tactically down a hillside. It was kind of cool. Well, infamous. I'll go for the infamous instead of famous. But yeah, no, I played in, I think, 4 Lion Claws. And then we did one, we were doing a Vietnam scenario, and we were going to do, me and my buddy were the only ones going, and we were going to be VC. So I bought AK-47s. I made our little, they're not pith helmets, but for lack of a better word, the VC hats, and then we bought black, they're not PJs, they're what the nurses wear. What the hell are those called? Scrubs. We bought black scrubs, top and bottom black scrubs. So we looked the part. We looked the part. They are amazing. Amazing, Phoenix. If you ever get a chance. Now, they're not cheap. They're I think it was $450 a person. Tactical scrubs, yeah. But we went to go do the Vietnam one, and California had one of its famous rainstorms, and we had a flash flood in the valley that we were in. So we had to evacuate, and it just ruined the whole weekend. I mean, this little tiny creek that you couldn't even scoop the water in your hand became a roaring, raging river as it was coming down the side of the mountain. It was weird. I'd never seen water not seep into the ground like it does in California. That was just crazy. But yeah, we evacuated and got out of there, and nothing ever happened. I did come back with my my wall tent full of sand though, because as we were taking it down, there's nothing but sand, and we came back. I think we got like almost a full gallon bucket full of sand that came out of our tent once we got it all set up here in Montana and air dried and cleaned off. It was a lot of sand. A lot of sand. You got everywhere. You got in places sand shouldn't be. Let's put it that way. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, Phoenix is definitely something fun to do. You'll enjoy it. I mean, it's camping out. It's, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's camping out. They do taps and reveille. So you can go, be part of the crew that retires the flag. It all depends on how involved you want to get. A lot of people just go there and just, be with their buddies and stuff. So it's like camping out with them. It's not a big deal. But then there are the military guys that get together that, march, that, no, you definitely don't have to wear your whites. Although, I did mention to John Liu at one point, it would be really cool if he could get a small group together and do something tactically on some decommissioned ship, right? I mean, because he got us into an Air Force base, it was a housing base, but you could kick in doors, break windows, knock over shit inside, because they didn't care. They were going to bulldoze it down anyway. But it was all overgrown with weeds and stuff. So it looked like housing, but the roads had weeds growing through it. So driving down the roads was like a post-apocalyptic movie set, right? But it would be really cool to do it on like a Navy ship. But I don't know that he ever, I can't imagine that's something easy to do, is get permission to get on a ship, because just with the liability, right? But it would have to be a select group of people. It couldn't just be any civilian, because they wouldn't know what to do. Right? But, it was always a thought. I threw it out to John years ago, but I never saw any of his, because I still get his emails looking for people to play on his games. But he's an event coordinator is what John does. But yeah, good guy. So I think we'll go this route right now. Play tutorial or choose a starter vessel. Didn't I just play the tutorial?
Watch where you're going.
We leveled up. We're level 2. Woohoo! Teddy, we're level 2. Hey, it's Teddy here again. Congratulations on passing your training course. There's no stopping you now. No, this is a new game. It is, well, okay. So it's just like any of the others. It's early access. Have you given any thought to your next jobs? I could use your help with a container delivery for Crestport Logistics. Mull it over. I'll be waiting for your decision. All right. All right, first campaign job is now available. You can check the map anytime to find out which port to visit to continue your campaign. All right. What? Are they not working? Well, I can't cheer in my own channel anyway. That must be something with Twitch then.
Bruh.
Judge cheered yesterday. Did you just cheer some bits, Mac? Oh, cannot be processed at this time. Yeah, well. Oh, there you go. See? Phoenix cheered 10. I don't know what's your problem, Mac. Phoenix just cheered 10 bits. He got some kung fu fighting going on there. So, well, just so you know, Mac, starting tomorrow, a week from tomorrow is my birthday. So it's not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. So the whole week we're going to do a bit party where we're going to try to earn enough bits to buy. I want to get one of those full body blankets because when I got my COVID and flu shot, I got a fever and the chills almost killed me. Thank you, Taco. It's not quite my birthday yet. I didn't want to do over a week, but I figured a week long to be able to get to our bit donation goal. I mean, I got it set right now. Whoops. I got it set right now to $50, but I'm going to reset it tomorrow. So it's gonna zero out tomorrow. I got to go look and see how much the that blanket, it's like a full, you put your arms in it, the whole thing. That way I can sit here in my chair if I get chilly, because winter's coming. All right, well, it may be because you're from Alaska there. No, not tomorrow.
Emotional damage.
A week from tomorrow. Oh, okay. I'll remind you. I'm going to have all sorts of birthday things come up. So, yeah. No, winter's coming here in Montana. We're in October right now. Again, I'm 20 again for the third time. Actually, third time in 1 year. Yeah, Mrs. Mac's birthday is today. Yeah, yours was yesterday. Yours was Sunday. Did you work on your birthday? Because if you did, that sucks. Yep. Yep. I always took my birthday off if I could, but it always didn't happen. It's just one of those things, right? It's just another day. Because it's not like you remembered when you were born. So, Oh, where? You in Washington State? Where are you at? You over in Bremerton? In the shipyard? That's where Nimitz was at. Oh, Woodby Island. Did Nimitz finally transfer up to Everett? Or is it still in Bremerton? Now this says I have 1980, but up here it says I have 5,000. I don't know what that means. Unload containers, helping hands. Yeah, okay. Well, that was where I brought Nimitz from the East Coast, okay? I brought Nimitz from Norfolk, Virginia. We did a round the world cruise and ended up in Washington. We were supposed to be in Everett, but they didn't have the shipyard or the naval base finished yet. So we went to Bremerton to the shipyard. Plus, we were going in dry dock anyway. Oh, okay. These are what the jobs give you. They give me 1980 and 100 experience. Help your old buddy Teddy McMillan. I didn't know his last name. Wants you to collaborate. He's getting ready to do a job from Crescent. Yeah, I remember that. Crescent Port. Well, there's a tutorial. Well, the tutorial brings me. This trial day is intended to give you an insight into the Tide Guard and their tasks. So yeah, so this is the. I don't want to get too far into this, guys. Oh well, if he was on the Lincoln, yeah. So your dad can't. I was in from 83. Actually 84 because it was like December of 83, but still 84 to 90. I did my 6 years 84 to 90. 1984 to 1990. But I actually anyway I was I staged. Okay, so he did a full 22. Nice. Yeah. Well, the Lincoln it's a Nimitz class carrier. Or no, the Lincoln. No, the Lincoln's not a Nimitz class. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. The Lincoln. Now I'm curious. The Lincoln was yeah, it is. CVN 72, yeah. The Abraham Lincoln, CVN 72. Nimitz class carrier. '69 was the Eisenhower, right? Yeah, the Dwight D. CVN 69, because I was 68. That was Nimitz. 69 was the Eisenhower. 70 was Carl Vinson. That's the one that I was close to, was the Carl Vinson. Vinson. There's no T in Vinson. And then 71 would have been the Lincoln. Or no, 71 refers to the Roosevelt. '72 was the Lincoln. 73 was the Washington. 74 is the Stennis. 75 is the Harry Truman. Did that one actually get built though? CBN 75, 8th Nimitz class carrier. She's named, she's home ported in Norfolk. Okay, so she is there. 76 is the Reagan. 77 is the Bush. 78 is the Ford. And that's when we went from Nimitz class to the Ford class. And of course, 79 would probably be the Kennedy. Yeah. Do they have an 80 out yet? So CVN 80 is the new Nimitz class or Ford class carrier is the Enterprise. It's under construction right now. Well, this is as of 24, so I'm sure it's still under construction. So that's cool. They're bringing the Enterprise back. Twitch is being difficult. Yeah, I know, right? The Enterprise was the best carrier in World War II. I mean, it was unstoppable. Lucky as shit, too. Lucky as shit. All right. Can I level this guy up? Oh. Oh, yeah, I did spend... Okay, I spent money on it to level it up to a 2. I don't know what that gives me. I guess it gave me more engine power, speed, fuel consumption. Maps are at level 1, binoculars, radio. Well, that's what I was just looking at was the Enterprise. It's going to be the 3rd Ford class. Now, that was just a quick Google search, too. I didn't put a lot of time into it. Crew management available at level 3. Oh, that Sovereign class, yes. Yeah. It just depends on which Enterprise they come out with. Whether it be the OG series or the new one, which with Chris Pine. My wife has been rewatching those. Oh, I can borrow money? Wow. Anchor Watcher. Modern glasses. Herbert, Searchlight level 1. Bernard, radio. Profile editor. Yeah, I know about that one. Oh, shit. Okay. T for tablet. Whoop. There we go. All right, jobs. Let's do an inspection job.
Hi, guard. Did something bad happen?
What?
A few freighters in the port need to be checked. That shouldn't take long.
Oh yeah, heavy seas. Woohoo! All right, what are these? Lights. Okay, my mouse stays in one spot and it moves because the boat's moving. So that's kind of interesting. Is this the horn? Yeah, the Enterprise E, next generation. See, I didn't like the next generation was okay. Don't get me wrong, I didn't mind that one. I'm still an OG Captain Kirk. What is this? Docket Pier. Okay, well, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. All right, inspect the ship. Okay, there's one there, and then what's this over here? Sail to the marked spot, inspect the ship, sail to... Okay, I got 2 ships to inspect. All right, so I got to turn my lights on, right? That's the searchlight. There's the radio. Lights. Got them all on. Let's turn this one on. Got to have the siren. Yoo-hoo! So we're going to play in first person mode for this series. Oh, use the radio.
Can I help you? Are you looking for something specific?
And I think I gotta hit K once I get up there. Holy shit. Does it move quick? Right? All right. Let's try that approach again. Shit, went too fast. All right, I gotta get used to the throttle. There we go. Now I'm docked. Okay, I gotta get used to the throttle. That wasn't,
Must not miss a single detail.
Don't miss any details. Okay. Checkpoint. 3 checkpoints. All right, let's get to the bridge first. Always go to the bridge. Do I have a gun? Captain? Hey. You better... Don't phase out on me. You tried to beam away. He's not looking me in the eye. I find that very suspicious. Okay, what are we going to inspect here? Inspect the logbooks.
Make a note on the checklist.
And what do we got here?
Make a note on the checklist.
Logbook missing.
Regulation complied. Regulation complied.
What the hell am I trying to inspect there? Okay, you had a couple of mishaps there, Captain. I want you to know that. Get that ship shape, mister. I'm going below. Check your cargo.
My God, did something bad happen?
I bet you he's hauling contraband. What am I inspecting here? Yes. It's exactly why it's late. We suspect everybody. What's in here? Why is this door locked? That one's not locked. That one's not even dogged down. No life jackets. Oh, there's a fire extinguisher. No tag on the fire extinguisher. You don't know if that thing's operational or not. When's the last time you did maintenance on it? Right? God. Engine room indicator, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's just check your filter level here. Okay, oil looks good. Check your air filter. Check both engines here. Oh, you can't check this one? What's in here? Are these tools properly stored? 2-cycle engine oil? What the hell are you doing with 2-cycle oil on board your ship? And they don't look properly stored either. These things could fly off the shelf. I'd be an asshole for an inspector. Why is this chained off? Why can't I go up this way? All right, let's check out this. All right, everything looks in compliance here.
Their presence is important for civilians to feel safe.
That's what we tell ourselves. Why is there a red light? What's going on with this? Main bus tie feeder panel. Check fuel filter. Normal. Okay. That's all I had to do. What about this one? Oh, check fuel filter on that one. Normal. Status normal. Alright, everything looks good. You don't have an engineer, though. Nobody down here in the engineering space. Does this phone work? Nope. I'm writing you up on that one. Alright. Okay, back to the bridge. Let's let him know what score he got. Too many locked doors, though. Is this current? No tags on any of the fire extinguishers. Right? Oh, hey, this door opens. What's in here? Is this where you keep the, Oh, yeah, look at that. There it is. Oh, half expected somebody to be there. See, what kind of books does this person read? Oh, I guess I'm on a foreign ship. It's a really shitty picture of home. Inspect crew list and IDs. He's got a picture. What the hell is that? Is that a moose? He's got a picture of a moose and a bridge. This guy doesn't live a very nice. A yak. Is that like his wife? Could be his wife.
Hey, I built a model of that exact same ship last week.
Water station, a microwave. All right, so this is a crew's mess. This door doesn't open either. I think they have stowaways on these boats. Electrical panel, not marked. I like it. Oh, what's up here? Can't get up there. All right, Captain. Here's my report.
Whew! Lucky again.
Lucky again, he says. Lucky again. What? I'm not doing my job?
This ship can continue on its way.
Fine, it can go on its way. A daughter craft? Daughter crafts are used to transport people or supplies between ships and port in emergencies. They can also serve as lifeboats. I did not know that was what that was called. All right, where's my boat? Was it on this side of the ship? It definitely wasn't on this side. So now they stole my boat? Or it drifted off. All right, now we got to go check out that other craft. We got to hold K to undock. Come on. I'm getting pounded here. Jesus. Okay, hold on, guys. Got a phone call. All right, that was my wife saying she's on her way home. I was doing over, I think I was doing over 30 knots. Doing 26 knots right now. All right, a little bit calmer water here. Slow down a little bit.
Of course you can board my ship. I've nothing to hide.
I've got to get board my ship. I've got nothing to hide. Wow, she really flies 9 knots, and I didn't have the throttle on very high at all. I can see I should be using my
Even when
airplane
things are
throttle.
quiet, you must always be alert.
What did he say? Something about being alert? Come on, dock already. Do I have to be in the middle? Too far away. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. So I can't be right up next to the ship. I got to be out away from it. Okay, I'm docked. Okay, that's got to be a different.
The safety regulations also apply to this ship.
Yes, all safety regulations. Captain, you look shady. Well, at least you're looking me in the eyes. All right. Look at that. Let's look at the tablet. What else? Where's your charts? I'm going down below. What's in here? Well, at least there's cars and people walking by. That's kind of cool. Life jackets. Okay, all right, good, good. Bathroom? Nope, locked. Exit. Okay, that goes out on the deck. All right, what's in here? Okay, crew room. More books. Oh my God, I'm a vampire. I have no reflection. No cards? Seriously? That's suspicious. Oh. Down. Right? Okay, none of those doors open. What the hell? Go down. Okay, here we go. All right. Certificates. Right?
Even when things are quiet, you must always be alert.
Even when things are quiet. Okay, there's the engine room. Before I go in there... Oh, I thought there was more going down. Okay. Engine room. Check the oil. I don't know, why is the Coast Guard checking their oil? Why would that even be a thing? Check automatic identification system, AIS. I mean, it's a pretty nice, I mean, as far as the game goes, you know, I mean, it's pretty detailed. Not a lot of it makes sense. But I mean, you know, you got the engine rooms down kind of good. Where's the hatch going up? Where was that? Okay, that goes out on the deck. I sound like a robot? Is that what you guys are hearing too?
Have a good journey too.
All right. That's got to be my sound card. Hold on.
It's my birthday! It's my birthday!
All right, Max Biddies went through. Woohoo!
All right, let me shut my sound card down. Oh yeah, it's all Mac had an issue with his cookies. All right, how does it sound now? Sounds the same. I just restarted it though.
She's got huge tracts of land.
All right, microphone's working. It does sound a little scratchy. I'm not using Discord. Yeah, well, it shouldn't be my OBS. My OBS just captures the sound from my sound card because I use voice changer. So I just shut it down and restarted it. So, but it still doesn't sound any good.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shut down my whole computer and restart it then, because like I said, I just had an update right before I came in. So, and I'm done with this mission anyway.
All regulations were complied with.
I'll just finish this mission out and call it a stream. All right, now what do I do? Before I leave, let me open my tablet. Okay, so this is a problem. I can't see my entire checklist. The last thing to do is talk to the captain. So I guess all I got to do is leave now.
All ships inspected.
Yep,
Thank
all
you
right.
for your support.
All ships inspected. All right, there we go. So we completed that. So that gives you an idea what this is like. Good work. I got 1,980 credits and 40 experience. Great. And now what? Ship is gone. I don't have to dock anywhere. I just gotta go to my tablet. I could level up my boat again. I don't know what that does when I level up, except give these, you know, less fuel consumption, 2 more knots on max speed. I can go 28 knots. Engine power is a little more. Oh, look at that durability. Okay. I can fix my durability, my hull, my fuel. Okay, I gotcha. I didn't use my binocular. I did use my radio. So, all right, well, it's an interesting game, guys. I don't mind it. we'll see how it, how it works.
I hope everyone was holding on tight then.
Yeah, definitely. And multiplayer, they were talking about early next year. So, if I remember right. Oh, see, the searchlight's not working. Oh, wow. Hell of binoculars. Engines. Teleportation points. Okay, the water splashing is a little weird. Just sitting there, so that mechanic's not. Yeah, which is what I'm doing here. Send out an SOS. So I guess that's so you can look on the ship before you actually get there. Oh, wonder if there's any bikini girls. Not seeing any bikini girls on the sailboat. Right? Oh, there's a yacht. Oh, there's a guy waving at me. Hello! Hello! That's true. It's kind of cool. They got people waving at you. It's a nice looking boat, though. All right. Well, save the game, I guess. Okay, game successfully saved. End session. So there, that's Seafarer. Now, that was just the harbor master guy, right? So there's still loading cargo, transporting cargo, firefighting, but that's something that's going to have to be multiplayer. Like I said, I watched a streamer. He did the firefighting, and holy shit. You have to put the water cannon on the fire on the ship. And they had like a fire at the front and fire at the back. And the longer you don't put water on it, the more it grows. So if you ignore the front one will start growing and get bigger. And you got to put water on that one. So you got to put water on both. But you got to keep the boat steady, because as the boat drifts, your water cannons move. So you have to have somebody on the water cannons, because they have to hit one specific spot and put out that fire and then move to the next one. Because if they don't, that one next to it will start it up again and then your blades will never go out. And he was having a hell of a time by himself because the boat kept moving. It kept drifting because there was nobody there to keep the boat steady in the pilot house. So firefighting is definitely going to have to be a two-person or more job. I think this goes to 6 players. Nothing else. At least it's 4. I know that. But I think it'd be a lot of fun. I don't know about the cargo missions. If you did cargo missions with 5, 6 players. I just wanted to see what it was going to bring here. What it was going to do. But you can see that's the... Okay, it just starts me right back on my boat. Holy shit, there's a big cargo ship coming right at me. Hey! Hey! Yep, I'm gonna restart the entire thing. I think this guy needs to be inspected. Getting way too close. Way too close. So anyway, yep, I will call it a stream right here, guys. Thanks a lot for jumping on the stream today. Too much rum. Definitely a fun game. I think it's going to be a lot more fun once more stuff comes out for it, especially the multiplayer. I think that's all they need to do right now, really, is get the multiplayer done, because using the crane to load shipping containers and unloading shipping containers, that was pretty fun. That was, once you get to figure it out. And you can have somebody on board, locking it down as you drop it on there. So, yeah, interesting. Let's see if anybody's playing this game right now. There is a couple people playing. But there again, it's not going to be anybody that has multiplayers on it. Early access day 2. A lot of these guys are non-English speaking. Dutch, French, that got to be Russian. This one's English. Arctic Wolf Gaming UK. And this one's Portugal. So, and not a single one of them have a camera on them. Well, except this Europa Gaming. But he's Portugal. Portugal, Brazil. So, we're not going to rate any of them. Let's see. We got Wild Dog playing Battlefield 6. Gasano's on stream and he's playing Farming Simulator. We'll go raid Gasano. And that way he can watch his own channel. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot for coming. As always, guys, don't forget, hit that follow button for me. Starting tomorrow will be starting my week birthday stream, and we'll try to get some bits going. I'm going to get a goal going in mind, so we can see if we can make that goal within a week. We'll have 7 days to make that goal. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming. Hit that follow button for me. Go to my YouTube channel. The link is down in the description below. Hit that subscribe button for me over on YouTube. It helps out with both channels. The more people that watch me, the more it puts out to everybody else, the more views I have. So if you do go back and rewatch, please do, because the more views I have, the more it goes out to other people so they can view me. And it just makes the whole channel grow. So, as always, guys, I'm Captain Adonis. I'm out.
Airstrike complete. route set.